It's almost time, folks. Seahawks football is back. And on this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today, we will reveal the starting lineup for your Seattle Seahawks, how they will look when they take the field against Denver on Sunday afternoon. With the injuries taken into account, with how position battles worked out, we're going to project how this team will look when they get this game started on Sunday afternoon. We'll go over every single position group, break it down piece by piece, coming up in just a bit. If you want the Seahawks to beat the Broncos, you know what to do. Like the video. Don't jinx it. Don't be the reason why the Seahawks don't beat Denver. I've been told if we get 500 likes or more, that guarantees victory. So why even take a chance on it? Don't make me come knock on your door and find you because you didn't like today's video. Do your part, like the video, and we'll get started with today's show. Geno Smith, your starting quarterback. No surprise there. A lot of hype about Geno entering 2024. He's looking for a new contract. He's got something to prove. The running back spot belongs to Kenneth Walker III. But believe me, folks, we will see plenty of Zach Charbonnet and Kenny McIntosh as well. We'll see with K9 be the primary ball carrier, but this is going to be by committee. They're going to use all three backs, especially when it comes to the passing game. We know that Ryan Grubb wants to use those guys in the screen passing, make sure that he maximizes on all of them. And we've seen the Seahawks have a history of running backs get banged up. The tight end spot, Noah Fant will be your starting tight end. And the last injury update, we got a Noah Fant with that foot injury he had. He looks like he should be okay, that he should be fine to be able to give it a full go. Pharaoh Brown, of course, is banged up as well. So if Noah Fant isn't 100%, if he doesn't look right, then they're going to be going way down to the depth chart to try to find a solution at that tight end position. As far as Geno goes, I think there's no reason why this should not be his best season yet. I think when you look at the way this offense is assembled with the skill position players around him, with the scheme that's in place that plays to Geno's strengths, which is very similar to what he ran at West Virginia, and then the offensive line, greatly improved. I think the best offensive line Geno's had since he's been in Seattle. As long as Geno stays healthy, I expect good things out of Geno Smith here in 2024. DK starting at wide receiver alongside Jaxon Smith-Njigba and Tyler Lockett. We will see some Jake Bobo at some point. The others, that all remains TBD at this point. But when you factor in these three receivers, in addition to what you have at the running back spot, the skill positions are elite for this Seahawks team. And it's really all you could realistically ask for. This receiving core, this three-headed monster, is right up there with some of the best of receiving cores in the NFL. DK is going to be great. Tyler Lockett's going to be solid. And I think JSN's going to take a huge step forward this year. I'm a believer in him. How would you grade the Seahawks starting lineup for Sunday afternoon? I think it's a pretty good group. I like it a lot better than Denver. I feel pretty solid about this team's chances. I go B+. Give me your grade in the comment section. Answer our pinned comment today. Let us know. Continuing on the offensive line, Charles Cross will get the start at the left tackle spot. Had a bit of a down year last year. Was banged up a little bit, but as we've referenced many times, Albert Breer of the Monday Morning QB says he believes Charles Cross could have a breakout season and be an all-pro caliber offensive tackle this year. Laken Tomlinson will be your starting left guard. Laken Tomlinson signed from the New York Jets, had a disappointing season last year in New York, looking to turn things around, trying to get back to the Pro Bowl form that he was in 2021 with San Francisco. Connor Williams, one of the newest members of the Seattle Seahawks. He is healthy. He has been cleared. He is all ready to go and get his first career start for Seattle. One of the top 5 centers in football, the highest graded interior offensive lineman by Pro Football Focus last year. He will be a difference maker. The right guard battle, it has been a great contest between Anthony Bradford and Christian Haynes all offseason long. And the tie, I think it's really a tie, goes to the veteran in this case. Anthony Bradford ultimately wins the job. That doesn't mean we won't see Christian Haynes, and that doesn't mean that it's Anthony Bradford's job long term. This is a week-by-week thing. Anthony Bradford's got to continue to deliver week in and week out, but at least from now, he's your starting right guard. The right tackle spot belongs to George Fant. George Fant filling in for Abraham Lucas, who's on the PUP list. He'll miss at least the first 4 games of the season. But George Fant, more than capable as a backup right tackle to fill that spot, and the Seahawks to be okay. The offensive line's better than advertised. The mainstream media hasn't given this group a ton of credit throughout the offseason. But I think if Charles Cross plays to his potential, if Connor Williams is truly healthy here, then they're going to be a lot better than what they were last year. The defensive starters, let's start with the D-line. Leonard Williams at the defensive tackle spot. He was the Seahawks' best player in the second half of last year. High expectations for him as he's got a new contract. Jonathan Hankins will be your starting nose tackle. The Seahawks signed him from the Dallas Cowboys, played under AD, the Seahawks' new defensive coordinator there in Dallas. A lot of veteran experience for Jonathan Hankins. He did lose a burger-eating contest to Chat Sports' own Mitchell Renz one time, though, so we won't hold that against him. And then Jaron Reed will start at the defensive end spot. That means Byron Murphy will not start week 1. But believe me, folks, we're still going to see plenty of Byron Murphy, okay? And there's a very good chance that Byron Murphy works his way into this starting lineup sooner than later. The defensive line is now a strength for this Seahawks team, which is something that we have not said in a long time, folks. And the ability to stop the run, a big emphasis for this group. I think you're going to like what you see from this position group, how it's gone from a weakness to a strength overnight. The big improvement for me is going to be seeing their ability to stop the run there. I like this group a whole lot more than I did previously. We'll continue with the rest of the starters in a moment, but first, today's show is sponsored by PrizePicks. PrizePicks, the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. Here's how it works. Choose 2 or more players on any given category. Get the choice of more or less, whether you're talking fantasy points in football, rebounds in basketball, goals in hockey, home runs in baseball, all sorts of different categories to choose from. You can mix and match different sports. And get this, folks. If you use the code CLNS, you will get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus, folks. It's guaranteed. You heard that right. Here's what I've rolled with on PrizePicks this weekend. I got Harrison Butker to have more than 1.5 field goals made. Caleb Williams, that's an easy one right there. More than half of passing yards. Thank you, PrizePicks. And then I got our guy Geno Smith to have more than 238.5 passing yards. If I put $20 down and that hits, that turns into $100 on PrizePicks, folks. Play along with me. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. $50 instantly when you play $5. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Let's go to the linebacker room now. Dre'Mont Jones shifting over from the defensive line to the outside linebacker spot, the rush position. We heard Mike McDonald say we'll still see him play some defensive line from time to time, though, so watch out to see how he's used there. Terrell Dodson, he'll be your green dot. He'll be the signal caller at the middle linebacker position, while Jerome Baker will be next to him at the weak side linebacker spot. And with the injury to Uchenna Nwosu, that's going to keep him out for a bit, Boye Mafe steps into the starting lineup at the Sam linebacker position. And you got a lot of potential with these guys. Dre'Mont Jones, he's being paid a lot of money, right? Terrell Dodson, we hope comes into his own. Jerome Baker, we hope comes into his own. Boye Mafe, coming off a season where he had 7 straight sacks instead of franchise record. 7 straight games with a sack. Had 9 total sacks, led this team in sacks last year. Who's going to step up? Who's got that dog in them? I want to see who's got that dog in them on this team. That's what we need to find out. I don't want these guys just to be good. I want to see who's going to be great. Who wants to be great? That's my question when it comes to that position group there. Who's your favorite Seahawks player of this entire team? No wrong answers here. Weigh in. Let us know who is your favorite Seahawks player. Chime in the comment section. Let us know. Continuing with the defense, let's go to the secondary now. Devon Witherspoon, he'll be starting alongside Riq Woolen, 2 of the best young corners, arguably the best young corner duo in all of football. We'll also see Trey Brown involved as well on the outside. Rayshawn Jenkins at the safety spot, a strong safety, one of the newest members of the Seahawks coming over from the Jags. I'm pretty high on him. I think he's a turnover machine, And then Julian Love, he's got a new contract coming off a Pro Bowl campaign. Julian Love looking to build upon what he did last year. And I think the overarching theme for this Seahawks secondary is that it's just the beginning, folks. They have a lot of room for improvement in a good way, all right? I'm not dogging these guys at all here. I'm saying I'm very optimistic that I think when it comes to this secondary, the best football is still ahead of all of these guys. This is maybe the most promising group of the future of this entire Seahawks team here. Watch out. Wrapping things up, special teams. Jason Myers is back at the kicker spot. Michael Dixon comes back as the punter, one of the best punters in football. Chris Stoll will handle the long snapping duties. Jason Myers struggled in the first 2 preseason games, but he was awesome in the final preseason game. Myers, we're counting on you, man. We need the good version of Jason Myers this year. I want to see what I saw in that 3rd preseason game. Hopefully he got the heebie-jeebies out of the way in the first 2. Hopefully that's the case. Wrapping up special teams, D. Williams is your punt returner. And then Chenault will handle kick return duties along with D. Williams as well. And with this new kick return format, you see multiple return specialists there. So we'll see both of them out there. So we shall see. I think Williams is going to shock some folks. I really like the addition of Williams to this group. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. What's your confidence level in the Seahawks starters? Now that we've gone through all of them, through all 3 phases, what's your confidence level at? Scale it for me 1 through 10. Weigh in and let us know how you feel. I feel pretty solid. I'm going about 7.5, maybe an 8. I think that's fair. Give me your grade in the comments section. Thanks for joining us here on Seahawks Today. You know what to do. Like the video. Like it. If it's the last thing you do on earth, make sure it's like the video. Like it up! And we'll see you this weekend for Seahawks Broncos right here on Seahawks Today.